Tomorrow, Enzo Maresca walks into one of the biggest tests of his Chelsea regime. He must win at Old Trafford against Manchester United. In this video, we are breaking down exactly why Manchester United are vulnerable, where their weaknesses are, and how Chelsea can finally get a result at a ground we haven't won since 2013. But before we dive into all that, if you are new here, welcome to the channel. But if you have been following me for a while, you know the drills. We're on the road to 10k subscribers, so like the video and subscribe to the channel. Let's dive into it. The Premier League doesn't allow you time to sulk. After a frustrating draw at Brentford and that humbling defeat at Bayern in the midweek, this game at Old Trafford is nothing short of a must-win for us. Chelsea versus Manchester United, one of English football's most iconic rivalries. And under the Saturday night lights, the stage couldn't be bigger. Now let's be clear, Manchester United has been a mess to start the season. When Amorim came in with big promises of pressing philosophy, but his side has looked disjointed. Their midfield balance is still a huge question mark. Defensively, they have been all over the place. And that's where I think Enzo Maresca has the opportunity to stamp his authority. If we want to get a result here, the battle will be in the midfield. Moses Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez need to dominate that central zone, because United press isn't coordinated. Their front line leaves too much space between the line. That's where Kopama becomes crucial. If we can get him drifting between those pockets, linking with Neto and Joao Pedro, I honestly don't see how their backline can cope. And remember, we now have Alejandro Garnacho in our ranks, and you know he'll be fired up coming back to Old Trafford. It's a perfect stage for him to make a statement against his former club, especially given how shaky their fullback has been under pressure. But here's the flip side. We cannot allow Manchester United gain confidence early. They may be fragile, but Old Trafford under the lights might wake them up and give them momentum. Maresca has to keep us compact out of possession, because if Manchester United scores first, that crowd will turn it into a different game. This is about mentality as much as tactics. We have started the season well, but after 2 games without a win, we cannot afford a slip up here. If we are serious about top 4, and I believe we are, this is the type of game we need to control and win. But when you look at the historical pattern, it's tight. In the last 5 Premier League meetings, we have won twice, United have won twice, and there has been 1 draw. Those games are rarely goal first. 6 of the last 7 meetings has been 3 goal or fewer, which shows how cagey and tactical this fixture tends to be. And momentum completely even. Both teams has beaten each other on their grounds over the past 2 seasons, so there is no psychological edge either. But let me be brutally honest with you. There is one stat that is absolutely damning. Chelsea has not won at Old Trafford since 2013. That's 12 years. Do you know how mad that is? Do you know what I was doing in 2013? That's how long ago it was. Think about the players who have come and gone since then. Think about the squad we have built, the money we have spent, and we still haven't broken the course at Old Trafford. It's unacceptable, and it's why this game is a must-win. This isn't just about points on the board. It's about sending a message. If Maresca wants to prove this Chelsea side is serious, if we as fans want to believe this project is ready to break cycles, this is the game to do it. Old Trafford away has been a graveyard for us for over a decade, and it's time to flip that script. And we can't ignore the timing. United are fragile, their manager is under pressure, and their defense is vulnerable. This is the moment to pounce. If we let them off the hook again, then we are just wasting 3 points and letting history repeat itself. I don't care if it is scrappy, I don't care if it's a 1-0 grind, I don't care if it is ugly. The bottom line is Chelsea have to walk out of Old Trafford with a win. No excuses. Let's talk about form, because that tells its own story. Manchester United have had a rocky start under Ruben Amorim. 4 games, just 4 points. They lost 1-0 at home to Arsenal, scraped a 1-1 draw at Fulham, and just about beat Burnley 3-2, and then got absolutely humbled in Manchester derby 3-0 at Etihad. That's 1 win, 1 draw, and 2 defeats. And then there is us. Chelsea has been unbeaten in the league. 2 wins, 2 draw. We started with that frustrating 0-0 against Crystal Palace, but since then we have been flowing. 5-1 demolition job against West Ham, a comfortable 2-0 against Fulham, and a 2-2 draw at Brentford, where we probably should have killed the game off. Across those 4 league matches, we have scored 9 goals and conceded only 3. Bayern Munich gave us a reality check in the Champions League, but in the Premier League, Maresca Chelsea has been consistent, hard to beat, and sharper going forward. But here is the contrast. United are stumbling, and we are ready. But the danger is obvious. Old Trafford doesn't care about form. That's why this game is so dangerous. It doesn't matter that we have scored 9 in 4. looked organized. It doesn't matter that Ruben Amorim hasn't settled United yet. If we don't show the right mentality, history repeats itself and we walk away with Old Trafford without a win. And that's why I'm saying it again. This is the time. If we want to be taken serious as a top 4 side, if Maresca wants to prove that his football works at the biggest stage, this is the game we must win. No excuses. Let's talk about danger men for Manchester United, because despite their poor stats, they have individuals who can hurt us. First up, Bruno Fernandes. He has got 1 goal and 1 assist in the league already, averaging a 7.5 rating despite Manchester United's struggle. And let's be real, we all know the quality this guy has. On his day, he can dictate the entire game. The positive for us is that Ruben Amorim has been playing him a little deeper, which takes him further away from the final third. But then let that fool you, because if we give him time and space, he might cave us open. So keeping him quiet has to be a priority. Then there is Matthias de Ligt, one of the best defenders in the league when he's on it. Physically strong, dominant in the air, breathes the game well. But here's the flip side. If we can force mistake out of him, if Palmer or Joao Pedro can drag him into uncomfortable area, then the whole Manchester United line has been exposed. If the Leeds have a bad game, trust me, we'll have a field day. And finally, Bryan Mbeumo, their new signing, and already their top scorer with 2 goals across all competition, 1 in the league and 1 in Carabao Cup. Let's not forget this guy bagged 20 goals for Brentford last season. He's Premier League proven, he's got pace, and he's a direct threat in behind. If we can shut him down, if we don't allow him those run in transition, then United attack loses its edge. So yes, United might be shaky as a team, but they have still got match winners. Our job is simple: neutralize them and we win the game. So how will Manchester United set up under Ruben Amorim? You know Amorim loves his back 3 system. Expect United to line up with a back 5 out of possession, back 3 in possession, and the centre back, especially the wide ones, step inside, invert, which allows their midfielders to push forward and try to dictate the game. Bruno Fernandes is a key here. Amorim has been using him as a deeper number 8, dropping into the midfield to pick the ball, and it gives Manchester United an extra passer in the build-up. But here is the issue: when it's Bruno and one partner, that 2-man midfield get exposed. Teams have already showed that you can overrun them in middle and find gaps between the line, and that's where Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez have to dominate. If we press properly, overload central areas, we can suffocate their entire rhythm. In attack, United will lean heavily on quick forward passes. Benjamin Sesko is the target, 6'5", strong in the air, capable of holding it up and linking play. Around him, they want space, direct running from the front, especially from Bryan Mbeumo. It's all about hitting transition quickly, bypassing midfield and creating chaos with speed. Defensively, the wing back have to tuck in, making it a back 5 when under pressure. That can make them tough to break down at times, but it also means space is left out wide if their press is bypassed. If Palmer drifts inside and Gusto or Cucurella pushes high, we can create an overload in those channels. So yes, Amorim's system has structure, but it's also vulnerable. If we control midfield and stop the service into Sesko, United's entire game plan falls apart. So now let's talk about my predicted 11. You can see it on the screen and we'll break it down player by player. Starting with the goalkeeper, Robert Sanchez. Look, he has been solid lately. 2 back-to-back solid performances against Bayern and Brentford. He's cut out the sloppy errors and look more composed. Right now, it's easy to pick him. And right back, I'll be going with Reece James. Now, this is interesting. He started in midfield against Bayern, so there is a chance Maresca keep rotating him. But for me, I'll put him at right back. His leadership and defensive quality in this type of game are non-negotiable. At my 2 centre back, I'll be going with Chalobah and Josh Achampong. Let's be honest, Tosin and Chalobah hasn't been convincing as a partnership. But when we saw Josh and Chalobah together against Crystal Palace, they look solid. Achampong deserves another chance to show his quality, and this feels like the right game to trust him. And the left back, I'll be going with Marc Cucurella. Yes, he got cooked by Olise against Bayern, but I still back him. He's aggressive, he's reliable in possession, and for me, he's still one of the best left back in the world. He starts, no question. And my midfield pivot, this one writes itself: Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo. Caicedo gives us control defensively. Enzo dictates with the ball. That balance is what makes us stick. Then at right wing, I'll be going with William Extova. He wasn't available against Brentford, only got few minutes against Bayern, but I would start him here. His dribbling and energy could be key, breaking down United 5-man defense block. And at left wing, I'll be going with Alejandro Garnacho. I've been calling for him to start in previews before. This is the perfect time. Returning to Old Trafford against the manager who kicked him out of United. It's written in stars. He will be desperate to prove a point, and that edge is exactly what we need in this fixture. And in the number 10, I'll be going with our star boy, Opama. He's in red hot form now, scoring in back-to-back matches, carrying the attack when we have needed him the most. Add the fact that he's a Manchester boy, City Academy, and with rumours that he grew up as a United fan, he's going to relish this occasion. And up top, it's obvious, Joao Pedro. With Leon Delap unavailable, it has to be Joao Pedro. He's our highest goal scorer so far. His link-up play with Palmer has been excellent. He leads the line. So that's my 11. Sanchez, James, Chalobah, Achampong, Kurela, Caicedo, Enzo, Extoval, Palmer, Garnacho, and Joao Pedro. But look, I'll be bold here. I'll be going with a 3-0 Chelsea win. And yes, Old Trafford hasn't been kind to us for over a decade. But I feel like this is the game where we break the curse. And I hope this prediction doesn't come back and bite me.